you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. It's Lady Ash. Yeah, that was rude. If you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. It's Lady Ash 3_, and hit that subscribe button below. While since I've done a sit down with you guys, so I just want to get into it. Some of you have listened to me, my previous videos, and went to my Instagram, and I've been posting a lot about like ask me questions, and so I wanted to go over some of the questions that you guys had for me, which were really great. So I'm not going to say the names just for privacy. I don't know if they want to be exposed, but somebody asked, the first question was, we still competing at the PanAm Games? So this is an inside joke between my friend and I used to compete in swimming. I swam for about 4 years competitively, and we had a goal of going to the Canadian PanAm Games, and it was kind of an inside joke between us. To be honest with you, I haven't swam in, it's probably been a year or two. Honestly speaking, probably 2 years, and I feel ashamed, but I've been staying fit other ways. But yeah, PanAm Games, I don't think that's going down. I think there's so much other stuff going on, and right now that's definitely not a priority of mine. Either way, like, when is the next Olympic even going to happen? Is it going to be delayed with all the COVID stuff going on, or yeah, what's going to come of that? The second question is, what inspired your YouTube channel? Good question. So the question is, what inspired my YouTube channel? To be honest with you, I am very much so an introvert, and I decided to sort of try to boost my confidence and like go out of my shell by creating a kind of online persona, and it started with Instagram first. Again, if you haven't followed me, it's Lady Ash 3_. I will follow you back, hit me up, communicate, let's get involved, create a community. But anyways, I started with my online persona on Instagram, and then I decided, after seeing all of these like really cool vlogs and stuff like that, to bring my persona from Instagram over to YouTube. And so I started with making face masks and like little beauty tip videos that were very short, and at first I was really insecure about hearing myself. It's one thing to talk and you hear yourself. It's another thing to record yourself and listen to yourself speak and edit it over and over and over again. With that being said, I still push past, and it's given me a lot of joy. It's something that I really enjoy doing, creating and editing videos and recording and stuff. What inspired my channel is just me, like whatever I like, I put out there, whatever I think you guys would enjoy looking at, I try to put out, just letting the world get to know me as a human being, as somebody that is imperfectly perfect with lots of imperfections. My goal is to let you guys know that if I'm pursuing my dream and doing what I can to get to my end goal, that you can also do the same in any aspect of life. So that is my inspired journey so far of my YouTube channel. And let's see what's next. Where do you get your inspiration from? That's a good question. Like, I'm very short. I have a very short attention span, so when it comes to finding inspiration, I'll look at something and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, and then I connect it with something that, you know, I can see myself doing, kind of picturing myself, or getting inspiration from others on YouTube, or just being like, well, this would be cool to show people how X, Y, and Z is done, or to build sort of that creative, I don't know, creative lookbook for people to be inspired from my videos. My inspiration comes from honestly anything. summertime has been plants, clothing, and my new puppy, Zazu. He's getting so big, but that has been my inspiration for now. I'm also looking for, always looking for a new inspiration. So if you have any ideas, hit me up on Instagram, comment below if you have any ideas of what you would like to see content-wise, and I'll see if I can put it out there for you. So let's see what the next question is. What are 3 things you value most about someone? Ooh, that's a really good question. 3 things that I thought. Okay, number 1 is honesty. And when I mean honesty, I mean like not just being honest by speaking your mind or speaking your feelings, speaking your truth, but being honest with yourself. Like, I can't hang out with somebody and be with somebody who isn't trying to please me or who is trying to please me. I just want everybody to be themselves and love themselves to the point where they're able to be goofy and, you know, speak their mind regardless of if it's bad or good. Just being honest in general. That's like my top quality. Honesty is key in every aspect. My parents told me when I was younger, you know, you don't have anything to lie about. Like, why would you lie? And that stuck with me for my entire life. It's sort of like, why would I lie about something? If I have to lie about it, that means it's not something that's genuine and good, right? So why lie about it? I mean, there are such things as white lies. I don't agree with white lies. I would say I would give honesty with, you know, some sort of cushion to make it feel a little bit better, but I think honesty is definitely key. So that's number 1. Number 2, what do I value most about someone? I value somebody that can be consistent, you know, like not consistent within every day, we're talking every hour, you know, we have a phone call all the time. It's not like that. It's more so like check-ins and, you know, seeing what's going on. And life brings us to so many destinations, through so many journeys, that in an instant life can change. And being somebody who's gone through a lot in the past year and a half, something that I really valued from those that were really close to me are those that reached out and just said a simple hello. And that makes me value somebody more because they, you know, are thinking about me. And that's really nice to see that somebody's thinking about you and they reach out to you. Another thing that I value about somebody is comedians. Like, you have to have some sort of funny aspect to you. I really like a good joke, and I find the simple things to be really funny, you know? And if you can like make me laugh and I make you laugh, I think that's good for creating a great friendship. Yeah, that's a really deep question, and I feel like there's a really long list, but I'm trying to just give you guys what I can think of on the spot. And so those are the 3 that I came up with. Comment below, what do you value in somebody? What are 3 things that you value in somebody? And let me know. Let's talk. Let's see. Another question. Oh, yeah. Ooh, what life motto do you go by and why? Boom. You know what? I almost lost my mom a year ago. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. But a life motto that developed for me a year ago, it wasn't something that was sort of like a real construct in my life until I almost lost my mom. But something that I go by every day is live like it's your last day. I don't mean be crazy wild and like go all out, spend all your money and go like do all this crazy stuff. What I mean is just like make sure you're having fun, like enjoy your life. I mean, if you know you're gonna go home, don't just be like, okay, I'm going home after work and just like I don't have any, you know, plans, I'm just gonna sit there and not do anything. Be like, okay, well, I'm interested in this book, let's go look it up, let's go read, like go to the library, pick up the book or buy it, bring it home, you know, create a bubble bath, like, you know, just Make life exciting and more enjoyable every single day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, morning, night, evening, noon. Do it all the time. And I think that is the motto I go by and why I am so happy. That is my secret. So for all you people out there that are looking for that secret of how to be happy, that's something that I would highly recommend for you. Just living life like it's your last day. I think there's another question. Yeah, there's one more. What is your biggest accomplishment so far, or one that you're most proud of? Whew. That's a really deep question. That I feel like I'm proud of a lot of things, but number one, growing up, and for those of you that went to high school with me, I know that you've seen me in the hallway, you've seen me in class and stuff like that. I was told that I had a learning disability, and I was put on a education plan, and my education plan was something that kind of hovered over me. My mom agreed to it at first, and then she realized that it kind of was putting on me a self-fulfilling prophecy. For all of you psychology majors, you know what a self-fulfilling prophecy is, but if you don't, look it up. Okay, so basically what it is something that if you're told that that's what you are, you kind of like gear who you are, your behaviors, your personality towards that. And my mom couldn't take it anymore. So what she did was she went into the school and she told them that, you know, let's take her off and see how she does. And I did pretty well. With that being said, I had this one science teacher. I think it was grade 9 science, and I was in a university science class. And he told me that I couldn't go to university. And he failed me because on one of my quizzes, because I had the same exact answers as the person beside me and I didn't copy. We were watching a video, like a science video of random things, random facts, and then you fill in the blank. I mean, how hard is that to get perfect on? If you're listening, you can get perfect on it. Anyways, he failed me on that, and after that I really had a bad experience with science, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna change my classes to applied. Then I went to college, and I did 2 years in college, and then I took a break and worked in the fashion industry, which I absolutely love. I have a sweet spot for fashion, as you guys know. If you haven't watched my try-on, my thrifty try-on haul, go and check it out. But yeah, after that I worked, and I couldn't see myself retiring working in the fashion industry. It's my number one love, but I decided, you know what, let me do more research, and I started reading and stuff more, and decided to go back and do early childhood education. So after doing early childhood education, I applied for university and I got in. Woohoo! Got into university, and I'm doing my 4 years in university. I'm in my 4th year, and I'm going to be graduating with my undergrad, and then I'm going to be going on to do my master's. Hopefully by next September I will be working on my master's to become a librarian. So with all that being said, my biggest accomplishment is sort of like breaking past authority, like an authoritative figure, somebody that you kind of look up to, especially when it comes to knowledge and intelligence, to tell you that you're not smart enough to do something and then you go and you do it anyways, is like the sweetest revenge you can ever do. And I would have to say that that is my biggest accomplishment. That's all for questions right now, but stay tuned because there's more coming up your way. So the next question is, where do you work? So I work at a library. I love reading, and yeah, let's just keep it at that. I work at a library. I've been there for a year and a half, going on 2 years, yeah. Wouldn't trade it for the world. The next question is, what's your morning routine when it comes to getting your head, vibe, energy right? As for energy, vibe, I usually get up to Zazu waking me up, which puts me in a great mood immediately. And I get ready. I turn my music on, I shower, make myself look, feel, smell beautiful, and then I head out on good thoughts and meditation on the the good things in life and stay focused on those things throughout the day to push me to do better at everything that I involve myself in. I hope that answers your question. There's nothing specific to it. Before I moved, I had more time in the morning before going to work, so I'd work out or I'd do yoga. For me, now that's something I do to wind down at the end of the day, so right before bed or before I relax and hang out with my family, I do some yoga, do some working out, go for a walk, just involve myself and refocus my thought to more of a mindful mind state. So yeah, good question. The next one is, what inspired you to start YouTube, plus tips on how to stay creative for content. So I've already answered what inspired me to start YouTube, and that was more to build my confidence and just to try it out. I love watching other people on YouTube, and I thought, you know what, I'm a pretty interesting person. Let me put some content out there and see how it does. And thank you for all of those who follow and subscribe. I've finally hit 200. Now my goal is to smash that 300. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so that you know when I post a new video. As for what inspires me to create content, what inspires me to stay creative to create content, I don't know, I'm a pretty abstract thinker, and when it comes to random things, or if I'm doing something, I'm like, okay, well, I have X, Y, and Z to do that are on my chore list, or something I want to get done. Like for instance, this canvas, I'm going to do a recording on me painting this canvas. Just turn the camera on and start filming and try to be creative with my editing skills, which I'm working on, and it's getting better each time I edit. But yeah, just thinking of as I go along, so it's not me going out of my way too much to record. As you probably can tell, my videos aren't the greatest in lighting and stuff like that, and that's mainly because I like to go along my life and record as I'm going along rather than stopping and taking time out to make it more of a chore. I want it to be something that I enjoy doing, so you enjoy watching me. But yeah, as for advice for you to stay creative, just think about what you want other people to see you doing. Or, hey, Zazu! Sorry, he was getting into my bags. He's a little bit of a nosy when he wants to smell everything. What was I saying? About staying creative, yes. So staying creative, it's just doing what you love and putting it on camera and putting it out there for people to see. Find you'll be more passionate about it, and you'll really enjoy making the content, which makes it a whole much more fun experience for you. Yeah, so make sure you're doing what you love and showing people what you love and what you're passionate about, and passion and creativity will always shine through your content once you're interested in what you're doing. So the next question is, what did you do today? So this question was asked yesterday, and I worked all day, and then I came home to hang out with my partner's family and take Zazu to play in the park, which was a lot of fun. As for today, it's Sunday morning, and I am recording. I got up, recorded, and I'm going to help my mom do some renovations in a bit and visit a friend to help them fix a closet door. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I did yesterday and what I'm going to do today. Hope that answers your question. And then another person said speechless, and then brackets almost with a tongue face emoji. I really don't know what that means, but okay, cool. Speechless. If you ever need studio time in Vegas for your guys, Glass House Multimedia. Okay, thanks. Okay, and then we have top 5 things, activities that lift you up on days you're feeling blue. This, great question. So, dealing with bad moods is normal. Everybody deals with a variation of different moods. I mean, to feel happiness, you have to understand what it feels like to feel sad or blue. What I do when I feel blue is I make sure I take the time to acknowledge the feeling. Like, don't just feel blue and be upset with yourself, because it's natural, right? Yin and yang. So you have to understand what it is to feel sad, to feel happy. So thinking about what is making you feel sad in that moment, really reflecting on it, like, okay, sometimes we feel sad and we don't know why. And the best thing to do is to meditate on why you feel that way. So take some time apart, take a shower. That's my favorite thing to do, to meditate, to really feel and understand my feelings. Yoga really helps me with that. And sometimes just taking a break, go for a walk, play music, don't play music, just observe nature, and it'll come to you. If you spend time thinking about why you're feeling that way, you'll come to an answer. And then once you come to that answer is your solution. You focus on why I feel like this and what am I gonna do about it? So how do I make myself feel better out of this situation that I'm feeling, or what's making me feel blue? And you basically, okay, well, this is what makes me happy, so I'm gonna focus on doing this a little bit more, and maybe that will help me feel better. Without forgetting about what made you feel sad, you refocus yourself on what's making you feel happy, and then you're stronger to overcome your blue feeling. Now, with that being said, activity-wise, I love being creative. So being creative is a stress reliever for me. It's a stress reliever from having to read hundreds of pages per week and commute to work and be at work, even though work is therapeutic for me in itself. So yeah, spending time with my family, my partner, my puppy, watching my favorite show, even cleaning. Like, sometimes cleaning can be a chore, but sometimes it's a good workout and it helps me clear my mind. Painting is something that I used to love to do, and drawing, more visual arts, to help me regulate my emotions. I haven't had as much time to do that stuff now just because of school. It was very hectic. I'm in school full-time, work part-time, and I'm doing YouTube part-time and Instagram part-time. So it's like I work almost 18-hour days, and I really don't have any days off. The days that I do have off, I catch up on schoolwork and YouTube, but really focusing on the things that I love, and my end goal kind of went off a little bit, but yeah, I guess you get the gist, right? Just doing things that make you feel happy when you feel blue, and acknowledging your feeling of feeling upset or sad. Hope that answers your... That's a wrap. Stay blessed!